Mr. Heinrich, what are the functions of the Mega 2 project?
The Mega is the first really complete edition of the works, manuscripts, drafts, letters of Marx and Engels. Until now, we have no complete edition. And second, and maybe even more important, it is the first edition which provides us with the texts in the way they exist. We have a lot of editions of manuscripts of Marx and Engels, but always the editors intervened. They try to produce a kind of final product, a kind of, they try to finish what is unfinished by Marx. The Mega publishes the manuscripts as they are. And this is really important when we want to discover and to discuss what are the insights of Marx and Engels, to which points they came and to which points they didn't came.
Okay. How do you see the actual Marxist analysis in Europe?
Oh, this is a very wide field, Marxist analysis in Europe. There is not only one Marxist analysis, there are different approaches in the economic field, in the philosophical field. I suppose we don't have the time to talk about all these different approaches. But what I think, what is important for the situation in Europe is that a new interest in Marx started, that young people studying Marx start to read Capital intensively, and so the discussion broadened a lot. It's not anymore a discussion of a small group of specialists. It's a rather broad discussion, and this, I think, is important for the future.
In view of the crisis scenario that Europe faces, in what way the Marxist writing can be useful?
Okay, the Marxist writings and the Marxist analysis, they cannot tell us a golden way out of the crisis. The opposite. The Marx analysis shows that crisis is an unavoidable attribute of any capitalism. Crisis is not an accident which could be prevented by the best economic policy. Crisis is rooted in the basic elements of capitalism. Insofar, Marx can help us for a better understanding of the crisis. And when you better understand the crisis, the cause of the crisis, then also you can criticize measures which promise, if we do this and that, if you bring some sacrifices, then next year everything will become better. We can reveal that this is not true, and this maybe can also strengthen political struggles, can strengthen to fight back against the claims of capital.
In addition to the capital, which readings do you suggest for today's analysis of the world?
Okay, we have to distinguish. With Capital, with Marx writings, we are provided with a kind of theoretical basis. Basic categories, basic processes are analyzed. This is, of course, not enough. Marx was not a prophet who could foresee everything. He was a scientist. He provided us with these basics. With these basics we have to start, and then we have to continue with a concrete analysis. What happened, for example, in the European crisis? When we really want to know this, we have to go back 30, 35 years to the last world economic crisis of 74, 75, and have to analyze what happened after this crisis. Then we can find the roots of the contemporary crisis. in analyzing this, I think the categories we can find in Marx Capital are still the most useful we can find. But the analysis of these last 30 years we have to do. This Marx, of course, couldn't do.
Which are the books you indicate for this analysis?
The 3 volumes of Capital. This is, in some respect, the minimum we need. And we need the original text, not some manuals, not some abbreviations. Such manuals, if they are well written, they can help us to study Capital. But I see no other way, when you want to learn something from Marx, that you really read very carefully these 3 volumes of Capital.